We learn something from everyone who passes through our lives. Some lessons are painful, some are painless, but all are priceless. Welcome to BioDigest. You know that your body activities are highly complex. But these complex body activities should be coordinated in a correct sequential manner. So there are two systems that are involved in this. One is the nervous system, that is the neural control and coordination, which is brought about by our nervous system. And another is the chemical coordination. So when you hear the term chemical coordination, what do you understand by it? What are these chemicals referred to? Yes, of course. These chemicals are actually the hormones. So which part of our body is secreting the hormones? You may know that it is the glands. So before going into our topic, we will just see the different types of glands. So this chapter is actually based on the endocrine system. In this chapter, you will be learning about the different endocrine glands, their location, their function, and the hormones that they secrete. So beginning with the chapter, we will see the different types of glands first. Okay, so this is endocrine system. Which are the three different types of glands present in our body? One is endocrine gland. Okay. Next is exocrine gland. And the third one is heterocrine gland. What is the difference between all this? Endocrine gland. Actually, endocrine glands are ductless glands. What is the meaning of this? Ductless glands means their secretions are directly poured into the blood. They are not having any duct to pass the secretions, called as the hormones. So the hormones that are produced by these glands are directly poured into the blood. So that type of glands are what is called as endocrine gland. Example, thyroid gland. I am writing only one example. We will see more glands in this particular chapter. Then what is the meaning of exocrine gland? This I told you, these are ductless glands. So what is the meaning of exocrine glands? These are actually glands with a duct. Okay. So here their secretions are actually poured through particular duct. So these glands are duct glands. Example is salivary gland. So salivary glands, the secretion is actually passing through the duct. Then coming to the third one, that is heterocrine gland. Heterocrine gland is actually exocrine as well as endocrine. Okay. That means partially they are duct glands and they are also ductless glands. That is the meaning of heterocrine gland. Example of this is pancreas. We are learning about pancreas also in this chapter, endocrine system. So pancreas, this is a ductless gland as well as a duct gland. As a ductless gland, it will be pouring certain secretions directly into the blood. And as a duct gland, it will be pouring the secretion pancreatic juice through a duct into duodenum. Okay, that is why this pancreas is called as exocrine and endocrine. So coming to this chapter, endocrine system, we will see what are endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are ductless glands which will be pouring its secretions directly into the blood so that they can reach up to the target organs. So it is the blood that is carrying these secretions to the target organs. That type of glands are what is called as endocrine glands, otherwise called as ductless glands. So I told you what are the secretions of these glands. The secretions are what is called as hormones. So what are hormones? Hormones are secretions from some glandular parts which are carried by the blood to different parts of the body, but their effect will be produced only in the target organs. That type of secretions is what is called as hormones. I was telling that your complex body activities is actually controlled by two things. That is the nervous control and the chemical coordination, isn't it? So we will see what are the differences between the nervous control and hormonal control that is taking place in your body. Hormonal control. We are just comparing, differences. Usually hormonal control, it is very slow. But the nervous control, it is rapid. Then hormonal control, it can affect growth. Nervous control cannot affect growth. What is the third difference? Transmitted chemically through blood. It is transmitted electrochemically. By the nerve fibers. Okay, so we are seeing the difference between hormonal control and nervous control. What are the differences? Usually hormonal control, it is slow, whereas nervous control, it is rapid. Hormonal control can affect growth, whereas nervous control cannot affect growth. Hormonal control is transmitted chemically through the blood, whereas nervous control, it is electrochemically transmitted with the help of nerve fibers. What is the fourth difference? Effect is short term or long lasting. Okay, the effect will be either it will be for a short period of time or it will last long. What about the nervous control? It's actually short-lived. So all these are the differences between hormonal control and nervous control. Now let us see what are the general properties of hormones. Okay, so properties. First point. Hormones are secreted by the glands and are poured directly into the blood. So poured directly into the blood. What is the second property? They act on target organs. That means a specific organ only. They can act only on a specified organ or a specific organ. Then, they are produced in a very small amount. Usually produced in small quantities. but are biologically very active. Another property, the excess secretion of the hormones or the under secretion of the hormones both will lead to serious consequences. Okay, the excess secretion of hormones is what is known as hypersecretion. Okay, so what is the meaning of hypersecretion? It is excess secretion of hormones. Under secretion of hormones can also happen. That is what is known as hyposecretion. Okay, that is under secretion of hormones. Both these are actually, they are very serious. They can lead to serious consequences. Both hypersecretion as well as hyposecretion can lead to serious consequences. Another property of the hormone, they are never stored in the body. They will be excreted out. Okay, so never stored. So all these are the properties of hormones. So hormones are actually produced by the glands and are poured directly into the blood. They will be acting only on target organs, that is specific parts or specific organs only. They are produced in small quantities and biologically they are very active. Then hypersecretion as well as hyposecretion can lead to serious consequences. What is the meaning of hypersecretion and hyposecretion? That means excess secretion or over secretion. At the same time, sometimes under secretion can also happen. Both these can lead to serious consequences. Then they are never stored in the body. They will be excreted out. All these are the properties of hormones. Let me tell you an extra information. The first hormone that was discovered is called as secretin. Okay, so secretin was the first hormone that was discovered. Let us recall. What are endocrine glands? These are ductless glands as their secretions are poured directly into the blood and not through any special duct. The secretions are called hormones. What are hormones? Hormones are secretions from specific cells or glands in the body and are carried to all parts through blood, but their effect is produced in one or more specific parts or target organs only. What are the properties of hormones? Hormones are secreted from their source directly into the blood. They act on target organs or cells. They are produced in very small quantities and are biologically very active. Their excess or deficiency both may lead to serious consequences. Hormones are not stored in the body and are excreted from the system. The first hormone to be discovered was secretin. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel Bio Digest. Like and share. Thank you.